once you've reviewed your calculation results in h2x, you will also be able to review these different calculated results in a Excel document format via our design report. So for each type of system and each component on the design, you can add a reference on the result filters here. And this reference will directly correlate to the design report here. So I've already downloaded this up here. So if we go on Fire Services example, clicking that button will download this zip file, which contains this Excel document. If we go onto there, you'll be able to get all of the calculated information from that system in line with that reference. So you can see we've got the flow source, the pipes with all the calculated information on there, the sizes, the flow rates, materials, velocities, pressure drop information, and that's done for the plant, valves, fittings, and the fire nodes as well. Okay, so the next export would be the Revit one. So this will allow you to export this design into Revit and have it generated in 3D. It'll pull across all of the different sizes, all of the different connection types, and apply it to your Revit families. The Revit plugin can be viewed and downloaded from the Autodesk Marketplace, and this is an extra paid feature in h2x. It's actually a plugin that can be bought on top of your h2x license. If you have any further questions about this, please feel free to contact the sales team. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Revit, and I'm going to use this example project to showcase how we can take that model from h2x and generate the 3D model. So if we go to add-ins, we'll be able to use our h2x sync add-in here. Opening that up will firstly ask us to add in our h2x credentials, so that's username and your password. Got quite a long password. There we go. And yeah, those are the credentials that you would use to log on to h2x via the web browser. First thing you're going to want to do is select your project. So click this button here. Use the drop-down menu here to select the fire service example project that we've been working on. So that'll be the project name and then the project number on there. Hit save. Make sure you hit save at this point because that will bring across the rest of the information, such as the system types and yeah, all of these other settings. We can then set our alignment points. We can display our h2x base point, which is the blue crosshair from h2x. So we can move that around on the design, align it to the model you might already have within Revit. We can open that back up now, hit save. We can go to systems and then we can say which system in h2x we want to align with which Revit family. So hydrants we're going to have on fire protection wet, and then the sprinklers we'll have on fire protection other. And then we can do the pipe materials. So the GMS pipe material we're using on both systems, I'm going to set as cast iron, but obviously you can use any other pipe material that you might have stored. You can set the levels. Ground floor goes to level 0, level 1 goes to level 1, and then the valves can be translated similar to the pipe materials. So if we hit save and we go back to sync, we want to make sure that all of those ticks are shown as green and it says 5 of 5 completed. We'll then be able to preview the design. It'll tell us the number of items to be created and it'll give us an estimate as to how long it'll take to generate. So that's saying 173 different items and 5 minutes to create. We can then hit sync and h2x will then generate that 3D model for us. This warning that appears is just letting us know that due to a pipe configuration within h2x, it's not been able to generate a certain type of valve or a certain type of fitting. If you want to get rid of that warning, go back in h2x and just go and maybe tweak some pipes around where they might be a little bit too close together. However, for now, I'm just going to hit OK and close our h2x plugin. And you can see that that's generated a full 3D model based on our fire hydrant and our fire sprinkler systems. If I rotate this design round slightly, you can see that that's our fire sprinkler system at the top there. And at the bottom there, that's our fire hydrant system, relative to the levels we've been working on and the heights of those pipes that have been set. If I change this over to fine shaded, a little bit better looking, we'll be able to zoom in and view the generated design there. You can see on my sprinkler system that it's generated all of the different pipe sizes, set up the different fittings, and this model is fully editable when it comes into Revit. So if we move any of these pipes, we can drag those along there, configure it however we would like, and you can see all of the calculated information is also translated from h2x into Revit. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. If you have any further questions on the results or the exports that can be taken from a fire system or any system within h2x, feel free to reach out to us with those questions. We'd be more than happy to help you clear those up. I'll leave it there for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.